Hey engineers, did you know that practicing gratitude is associated with stress relief, increases in self-esteem, improvements in decision-making, psychological well-being, and more? Well, this microlesson will review what gratitude is and what it is not, how it works, and some ways to get started with your own practice. Okay, so what is gratitude? According to Dr. Robert Emmons, professor of psychology at University of California, Davis, gratitude is a recognition that there is goodness in our lives, gifts or benefits that we enjoy, and which is due to the actions of another person. When we're grateful, we recognize the intention and effort that went into those actions on our behalf and the benefits they gave us. For example, reflecting on a time when you met a friend for coffee, or maybe when a random person on Mass Ave let you pet their dog. How did these events make you feel? Gratitude can also be for non-social sources, focusing on positive aspects in a given moment, experiencing feelings of awe, and more. On the other hand, gratitude is not about taking on a false positive emotional state or pretending that we are free from problems or hassles, because frankly, being our authentic self is awesome, and I mean, don't we need problem sets at MIT? So how does gratitude work? The UCLA Mindfulness Awareness Research Center shares that gratitude changes the molecular structure of the brain and can make us happier. When we practice gratitude, there is a release of serotonin and dopamine, the neurotransmitters responsible for enhancing our mood and happiness. Other research has found that feelings of gratitude may also reduce the stress hormone cortisol, resulting in increased resiliency to negative experiences. Practicing gratitude can help to rewire the brain to more successfully manage life's circumstances with an increased resiliency and broader perception. So, with continuing a gratitude practice and to reap its benefits, the idea is to really get to know that feeling of appreciation rather than just to cerebrally understand its definition and examples. So, what are some ways to get familiar with this feeling and start your own gratitude practice? There are events and courses at MIT that focus specifically on cultivating gratitude, as well as specific practices that you can do on your own. Physical education and wellness courses like fitness and resiliency, stress management, and meditation all have dedicated gratitude content to boost well-being. Here are some gratitude activities to develop your own habit year-round. Okay, for about 15 minutes at the end of each day, for 5 consecutive days to start, reflect on something you're grateful for, something you learned this week, something you accomplished this week, something that delighted you this week. Be as specific as possible and reflect on how these things made you feel. You can write this in a notebook, your favorite notes or journaling app, or even talk it through with family or friends. Remember, gratitude is about experiencing a sense of appreciation for different aspects of our lives, which can be different each day for each person, including the kind of gratitude practice that we choose. Doing this as our human, authentic self is where the awesomeness happens, and starting a practice routine will help us become more familiar with that feeling of gratitude, leading to its benefits. To learn more about gratitude events, daily practices, and research, check out these resources.